Yeah, good morning. It is a complicated issue, but here we are. Andre Taylor, we appreciate you being here. You have been here many times during this process to speak to us. I want to set the stage for everyone watching. Your brother, Shay Taylor, is shot and killed by Seattle police. The shooting is ruled justified. You dedicate a big chunk of your life to trying to sort of change the system. You guys come up with I-940, you get more than 350,000 people to sign it. But then you go to the state legislature, bring everyone to the table, law enforcement included, and you come up with a compromise. Now that that compromise has been struck down by the Supreme Court, do you feel like there's been time wasted?
Not at all, not at all. I'm happy that the legislators got involved and we were able to build, which we have now, is a great relationship moving forward. It was necessary. As far as the campaign is concerned, De-Escalate Washington, we have been preparing for the ballot all along. So we're very ecstatic about being able to go to the ballot. When people rise up and they ask for change, normally they get it right. So whatever happened with the legislators let me know that still from the beginning the people wanted to go to the ballot. They were excited about being involved, and we're going, and I'm extremely excited about that.
At the same time, though, you guys accomplished something that a lot of people didn't think could be accomplished. I had you sitting here one day with a Republican state lawmaker who's also a law enforcement officer, and the mutual respect that you guys found for each other in the process of all of this was something we just don't see an awful lot of. So given the fact that you guys had reached this compromise, is there any disappointment that the compromise version of this isn't what's going to become law at this time?
Well, there might be a slight bit of disappointment. It would be disappointing if we didn't have agreements to move forward. The most important thing right now is the foundation. 940 is the foundation of change. Without 940, we wouldn't be where we are today. So I'm more concerned about the foundation, and then whatever iteration of that foundation, we both agreed that we would do that, because any law can be made better. Laws that are in the books right now can be made better. And I think that the relationship that we built with law enforcement will make that happen.
I have a picture in my mind of how I think this campaign is going to go based on how much I've covered it. I think that people who are in support of I-940, the campaign is going to focus a lot on the part of this that changes training for law enforcement officers. I think people opposed to 940 are going to focus a lot on the fact that this could make it more likely that officers could be charged with using deadly force. And I have a feeling not a lot of things are going to give us the complete picture of what I-940 does. Can you pledge during the campaign to fully inform voters of the full extent of I-940, not just on the training aspects of it?
Most definitely, because it's bigger than just those things. 940 represents, like I said, a sea change, because it's the foundation of change. 940 is so important that other states around the country, they're looking at us for some type of relief to see exactly how they can move forward also. So 940 is just not for us now. 940 is for our children tomorrow. It's for us being able to change the conversation. We've had in this country a long time this issue. 940 addresses those issues. Of course, we're going to make it better and better and better, but we need to have the foundation. And of course, we will make sure, as we have been doing from the beginning, that the community stays informed on this process. So not only taking out malice, but mental health crises training. This is a big thing. A third of people killed by law enforcement have experienced mental health issues, and it's not getting any better. So why not give officers the wherewithal to know how to deal or to locate or to see something, and they can understand that it's mental, and they can de-escalate, right, or bring the proper people in for that situation.
You have said something already publicly, but I want to reinforce it here, because I think this is actually fairly remarkable, and I hope that everyone keeps their word on this. You have said that if I-940 passes, that you guys will still work with the legislature, work with law enforcement partners to go back to some of that compromise language and try to pass laws that also put some of that into place. Even though if you got 940, it would be a win for you. But you say you're willing to still go back if it passes and compromise with law enforcement and other people involved.
Yeah, I'm dedicated to that. 940 is just not a win for me. 940 is the catalyst for that to happen. So I'm dedicated to that. The relationships that we have with law enforcement is necessary for our future, and there's no way that we'll violate that.
All right. Andre Taylor, we appreciate you being here. We'll be following this one. Yes or no, is it going to pass? Voters going to pass it?
3 polls over 70% say we're going to pass, so I believe we're going to pass.
All right. We'll be watching it closely and on the back end to see if you guys keep those promises to work with everyone involved.
Definitely.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Brandy.